Hi, children! Rise and shine. Reading and listening is a great activity. Do you know? It opens your mind and widens our imagination. For today's video, you will now hear a story of a beautiful creature who seems to be full of herself. Lend your ears, listen carefully, and enjoy.
The Proud Rose.
One beautiful spring day, birds are chirping and the wind is breezing. A miracle took place in the garden. Out bloomed a beautiful and mesmerizing red rose. It started out as a little bud that eventually blossomed into a lovely flower. It was the most beautiful thing anybody had ever seen. She had layers and layers of petals and was bright red in color. Her roots spread under the soil and held her posture strong on the surface.
Cold winds are calling and the skies is clear and bright. Misty mountains singing that can lead me out into the light. I will ride, I will fly, chase the wind and touch the sky. I will fly, chase the wind and touch the sky. Oh, what a beautiful place to live in.
As Rose looked around, a pine tree nearby talked.
Wow, what a beautiful flower. I wish I was that lovely too.
Another tree exclaimed.
Don't be sad, pine tree. You cannot have everything.
In the middle of their discussion, Rose interrupted.
It seems that I'm the most beautiful flower in the garden.
A sunflower raised its yellow head after hearing what Rose had said.
Why do you say that? In this garden, there are many beautiful flowers and you're just one of them.
The red rose replied.
I see everyone looking and admiring me, therefore I am the loveliest. And oh, look at that ugly plant, full of thorns.
I don't ever want to feel like this again. Picking at my skin, trying to be perfect, but I feel worthless under the surface. I don't want anyone to feel like I feel, 'cause I know it's not real. It's all in my head, can't bury myself to anyone else.
Rose, you should not speak like that. No one can tell what true beauty should be. You have thorns too.
The proud red rose angrily looked at the pine tree and said,
I thought you had a taste. You don't know what beauty is at all. You cannot just compare my thorns with an ugly cactus.
What a proud flower.
Red Rose tried to move its roots away from the cactus, but it cannot move.
I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can bring me down. I am beautiful in every single way. Yes, words can bring me down. Oh no, so don't you bring me down today.
As the days passed, the red rose would look at the cactus and say insulting things like,
This plant is useless. I hate to see ugly things whenever I woke up. How sorry I am to have a neighbor like him.
but Cactus never got upset and even tried to advise Rose.
God did not create any form of life without purpose.
Spring passed and the weather became very warm. Life became difficult in the forest as there was no rain. The red rose began to wilt. One day, the rose saw sparrows stick their beaks into the cactus and then fly away, refreshed. This was puzzling, and the red rose asked the pine tree,
What were the birds doing?
The birds are getting water from the cactus.
Does it not hurt when they make holes?
Yes, it hurts him. But the cactus does not enjoy seeing the birds thirsty.
Rose opened its eyes in wonder and exclaimed,
Oh, the cactus has water?
Yes, you can also drink water from it. The sparrow can bring water to you if you ask cactus for help.
Unfortunately, Rose felt too ashamed to ask for water from the cactus. And then she still tried to keep herself arched up. But a week later, she began to feel weak. She still tried to stand straight, for she didn't want to show her weakness in front of others. But as all waters in her roots was being used up, her insides were giving away and she began to pant. She was humiliated, and she eventually admitted that she needed help.
Cactus, can I ask for some water? I know I did silly things before. I said horrible words. I am so
Yeah, sure. No problem.
The cactus kindly agreed. The birds filled their beaks with water and watered the rose's roots.
I want to say sorry for being so rude towards you. I want to say thank you for being so kind even though I'm so full of myself.
The plants were happy together, and Rose realized her mistake. Pride is a very expensive emotion. If we are too proud of ourselves, we must be ready to pay a very heavy price for it. And that's the end of the story of the Proud Rose. I hope you've learned something, and thank you for listening.
Now, to assess what you've learned, let's answer some questions. Why was the red rose very proud of herself? Which saying did the cactus advise to the rose? Where did the birds get water?
Fourth question. What did the cactus do when Rose asked for help? Last question. What can we get from the story? If you were the red rose, would you do the same thing? Why and why not?